Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kemaya, and if you're interested in seeing how I did these half knotless box braids and half crochet box braids, then keep on watching. The hair that I'm using is by a store on Amazon called the Phosphe store. I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I'm butchering the name, I'll put it on the screen so you could also see. I'll also link it below. In this pack, there are 8 bundles. Within each bundles, there are about 18 braids. This clip is just to show you the size of each braid up close. The curls at the end of the braids are very soft and very secure, and they remained intact for the entire duration of the style, which was about a month. I'd also like to mention that this hair is 30 inches. For the front of my hair, where I did the individual knotless, I used this free tress 3x301 braid, and I used a whole pack of this. I also used the Lulu Tress deep wave at the ends of the braids because the curl pattern of this was quite similar to the curl pattern at the end of the crochet braids. I did use a couple of this Q Milky Way Wet and Wavy Human Hair Master Mix hair to just add a little bit of goddess effect to this braid and style. And I also used this Remy Illusions 30-inch bundle just to add a couple of 613 goddess strands. I'm just going to go straight ahead and just now show you how I did the parting. With the parting, I just separated my hair into 4 sections, and I made sure that the 2 front sections reflected the quantity of hair that I would like to use for my individual knotless. And I just made sure the 2 back sections reflected the size that I wanted to do for the crochet braids. To help out with the knotless box braids that I'm doing at the front, I use this braiding hair separator tool, and this helped to keep my braiding hair a lot more organized, and I just got it from Amazon. I'm not going to show the full in-depth process of me doing these knotless box braids at the front because I have quite a few knotless box braid tutorials, and I do have a goddess braid tutorial. I basically did my box braids at the front. I fed in the Q Milky Way Wet and Wavy hair to make a few goddess pieces, and at the bottom of all of the braids I used that Lulu Tress crochet hair just to give the curly effect at the end. Now for the crochet part. With the crochet part, I did some plaits around the perimeter of the back section. With each plait, I just attach it to the nearest cornrow that I later on went on to do. My purpose for doing these plaits was, for one, so that when I do put my hair in a high ponytail, the back doesn't look super bulky and there is still somewhat an illusion that there are individual braids at the back. And secondly, for the top upper half, the purpose for doing the plaits on there is so that the transition from knotless box braids to crochet braids wasn't so harsh and drastic, and I think it worked out well. One thing I just want to say, if you do try this method, please be advised that the crochet part will be a lot more bulky than the front part of your head. It's just bound to happen. Crochets are not usually flat, and mine wasn't super bulky, but it was just a bit more bulky than the front, and I just want you to be aware of that so you don't go into this thinking both the knotless and crochet will be the same volume. Okie doke, so now it's time for the cornrows. With the cornrows, I just attached the closest plait to each cornrow. So the top plait, I started the cornrow with that, and then the side plaits, I just attached it to that cornrow. I didn't attach them all at once. I just attached them as I got down closer to them. And I would also like to say I did attach the back plait towards the lower part of the cornrow as I approached the back. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So this is what my cornrow ended up looking like when all the plaits were attached to it. Now I begin my second cornrow, and I did the same thing with this. I just added the top plait to this cornrow, and then when I got towards the end, I added the back plait to this cornrow as well. Before getting down to the end of this cornrow, I also fed in the tail part, the ending part of the previous cornrow into this second cornrow so that it just doesn't hang. And I pretty much did this for the entire duration of the back. And instead of continuing till I got to the other end, I started the opposite side, and then basically those two halves came together. And there was just like this middle section with two tails at the end. Once both halves met at the back, I attached the tail of the first half to the current cornrow that I was working on. And once I completed that final cornrow, I braided it down, and I just kind of tucked the little tail through the loops of the braids that were in the back. I would advise for you to sew yours down. I did not sew mine down, and if I were to do this again, I would sew it down just to make sure that I have more security. To complete the crochet section, first I pushed the crochet needle or crochet hook, whichever you want to call it, through the root of my braid. Then I opened the hook. Next, I hooked the loop of the crochet here onto the hook and closed it, and I just pulled it through. After that, I removed the hook, and I just used my fingers to kind of widen the hole of the loop because the loops were pretty tight and secure in this braid. Once I thought the hole was wide enough, I just kind of tried to push the ending part of the braid through the loop and bring it through. I followed this process for the entire back, and I just basically used my hands to feel around to see where I should add more hair and where had just enough hair. Thank you so much for watching this video, especially up until this point. I'm going to go ahead and just give like a quick review. First thing is first, with my personality type, it really takes a while for something to simmer in and for me to like it. I don't like this method immediately after doing it because the back is very bulky to me. Like, even though I try to do it flat, I still feel the back is bulky, and I still feel like the crochets are detectable, and like it looks like this. This is how it looks up, but of course the hair would cover it. What I'm doing to help with the style, since I feel like the crochet is so detectable, is I'm wearing a half up, half down, and the ponytail from the front basically falls on top of this and covers it up. I think as time progresses with this style, I'll be able to wear it out more. I'm just making a guess, and the reason for that is because when it's frizzy and all messy everywhere, I think the crochets won't be as detectable. I really hope, fingers crossed, because I did want a little bit more versatility with this. But I do think the style looks cute. I love how full it is. The hair does feel a bit heavy on the back of my head. Not heavy like unbearable, but just more heavy than regular knotless braids would feel. The hair is very soft though, and it's pretty long. I love it. Let me show you all the length. Let me just stand up. This is how long it is. Like all the way past my bottom. I love how full it looks. If there's anything else that comes up throughout the duration of this style that I notice about this hair, I'll be sure to comment them down below and let you guys know, or I'll add it into this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video to be helpful or entertaining, please leave a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos by me, subscribe to my channel and comment down below, would you try this style, yes or no? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.